And it's Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Talking Business. We're at the Independent Bankers Association of New York State Convention in beautiful Clayton, New York. Gorgeous day, and we have a chance to talk to one of the speakers of the day, and that is Saroop Bharwani. And he is the co-founder of Sensa.ai, and talked about generative AI and its applications for banks. Saroop, tell us, what was it like for you to present to this group of community bankers? I know you've been speaking to a number of audiences like this.
It was a lot of fun. This is my 27th talk on generative AI to community financial institutions this year, and every session there's surprises and new questions, and this one didn't disappoint. A lot of fun and a lot of good perspective from the crowd.
Sure. Now, certainly last year's announcement of Chat GPT by OpenAI really seemed to open up the door on companies using AI and its capabilities. Why was it such a big product launch?
You know, I like to say that it was the day AI actually became useful to the masses. AI as a concept is 8 decades in the making. You know, the paper which actually enables this to be possible was launched in 2017 by Google, but it was the day, November 30th, 2022, where actually consumers could sign up and actually feel the benefit. And I think that created a surge of demand across everybody in the world, every industry, but in banking in particular, like I've seen a surge of demand and interest in this.
And tell us a little bit about, we talked about some of the use cases in banking, certainly for customer service, contact centers, and voice to text conversion. Well, what do you see as some of the big uses that banks and community banks may be able to use AI for?
Yeah, great question. We interact with hundreds of community financial institutions, and we've done a number of these talks, and there's countless use cases. I have a total of 75 use cases that I've collected and are possible and beneficial to community financial institutions. The top 3 are policy and procedures and being able to retrieve those in a more frictionless way for customer support staff. Right now, about 30 to 40% of the time, customer support staff put clients on hold to call back office, and that generally takes 5 to 7 minutes. To enable and unlock that is a huge cost savings. Number 2 is basically being able to extract trends and insights from call center data and call center transcripts to surface up what's happening in your organization, whether they be issues, trends, or the quality of service. And number 3 is receiving proactive summaries and proactive updates from regulatory bodies like the Federal Register, for example, or when updates are made to documents internally, making everyone aware in a very summarized and clean fashion that changes have been made. Those are the top 3 use cases that we're focused on today, and we're seeing a lot of good success around those.
Yeah, from working with creative companies in the New York area, we see AI being utilized for creating content, for creating new advertising, new messaging. Well, where is AI effective in that area of creating new messaging?
Yeah, marketing is not too far on the list. I think that creating campaigns, email and Instagram, for example, campaigns, both the images and the text can be, 80% of the work can be automated using these tools. I think that's an exciting possibility. And then surfacing up insights in terms of, what clients are saying on these call interactions, what insights, what are they interested in, what are they concerned about, and being able to market to them accordingly to create retention and find new opportunities to kind of like create new product niches. I think those are exciting possibilities for marketers.
Absolutely, and I think one element consideration is preventing fraud, and a number of the bankers had that concern today. What are the ways that institutions that may want to use AI effectively can prevent fraudulent use of this technology?
Yeah, a lot of institutions I'm finding their first instinct is to block tools like Chat GPT internally because they're concerned their data is going to be exposed. And that is a concern, no doubt. But I think these institutions should create an approach to creating a governance strategy to prevent that. A lot of these companies like OpenAI and us, we certainly have policies which we don't retain any data that is inputted into these systems, and being able to understand how to put those in practice is an important step in the journey to ensure that you can get the rewards out of these tools while mitigating and eliminating any risk.
And Saroop, tell us a little bit about your career and your company, Sensa.ai.
Yeah, great. So I have two companies. One is Senso.ai, which enables community financial institutions to easily get equipped with large language models into their workflows. Like literally it takes 2 weeks to set up our product within a CFI to get the benefit. And we collectively actually work with a network of CFIs to identify use cases and implement those use cases to ensure that they win and they can compete. Firstprinciples.ai is due to surge of demand of Chat GPT and being educated on that is my education arm, where I educate executives on really what it is, risks and rewards around this, like I did today at this event.
So, final question: where are we going to be in a couple of years with this? Is it going to be adopted? Is it going to be more of a challenge in appropriate use? Where are we going to be a few years down the road with AI?
Yeah, I think there's the side of the spectrum is there's apprehension and there's extreme excitement. And I think that even the apprehensive organizations are going to need to educate themselves on how to adopt this to keep up with the pace of change. The faster you actually work with this and understand it by doing, the faster you're going to realize that there's an unlimited amount of use cases and you're going to understand how to execute by keeping the risks in mind. I think that if you do a work back a decade from now, I think I talked about this in my presentation, we're all going to have a chief of staff in our pockets to be able to do many tasks for us, book our flights, manage our calendars, answer our emails, refinance our mortgages, and etc. And a lot of these services are going to be offered by banks. And the sooner that banks can move to a direction where they can have this interaction where you're almost talking to a human being for all of your needs to be able to transfer money, extract money, and do all those tasks that really we are clicking to do or doing manually today, those are going to be exciting possibilities for the CFI space.
Saroop Bharwani, great to see you. Thanks for coming up to the Independent Bankers Association meeting, New York State, here in Clayton. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too, Ken. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Talking Business in beautiful Clayton, New York.